The North Central women's golf team made history this season. Scoring records, tournament titles, and numerous other awards became the norm in 2010-11. And the squad's first ever national tournament berth was the cherry on top. The Cardinal Report's got the full details, and it starts right now. Welcome to the show. I'm Alex Simmons. This week we're joined by North Central golfers Alyssa Gaudio, Mallory, Carr, and Mary-Kate Rohn. Alyssa, you went to nationals as a freshman a couple years ago. You said after that your goal was to get back as a team. You guys go back as a team. Tell me what that moment was like when you guys kind of found out you got the at-large bid and that goal was going to happen.
It was pretty exciting. I mean, I wasn't there. I couldn't be there with them, but Mallory texted me and told me, and it was pretty cool to find out. And I just knew that we would have a lot of fun as a team, and it would be really motivating for the younger girls on the team, and since they have more years to come back and hopefully try and make it again. And so I just hoped that it would motivate them and show them that they can be there again, and like all the confidence for them, because they do have the talents and skills to make it again. So.
Did the experience kind of live up to the hype of what you were kind of expecting when you guys would all go down there together?
Yes, it was exciting, and we did have fun, and going to all the functions as a team and just enjoying the time there was fun. I mean, I wish we played a little better, but besides that, it was a lot of fun.
So was it one of those things where you were saying that it seems like a lot of the events involved are kind of geared toward teams, so it was a little bit better going down, I imagine, where you're kind of hanging out by yourself maybe a little bit more when you have a bunch of teammates and a couple coaches?
Yeah, it's a lot more comfortable and enjoyable because there's other people to share with and just other teammates to experience everything with, and not just you and your coach.
Well, this Cardinal team made history by going down to the Sunshine State for the national tournament. We were there too. Let's go to the highlight. The Mission Inn Resort in Hoey in the Hills, Florida, the site for the 2011 NCAA Championships. On day two, a familiar foe is making some noise on the par 4 fourth. Illinois Wesleyan freshman Katie Klosterman is a shot taker and a shot maker. She would knock down the birdie putt as well. Wesleyan took home the third place trophy. We move to day three and some roaming reptiles making the rounds on the back nine. Cardinals starting on number 10 and starting off well. This is Mallory Carr's third shot on the par 5 10th, and she's sitting pretty on the carpet in regulation. The birdie putt is no problem for the junior, one of 5 birdies for her over the 4 days of play. To the par 3 15th, the green in very close proximity to a Florida swamp. Senior Alyssa Gaudio has no intentions of finding out what swamp life is like. Her ball quick to check up within 12 feet. She would par the hole and shoot a third round 88. To the 8th, Carr's tee shot not as nice, but she makes the grassy oasis between the bunkers work just fine. She gets up and down for par. Carr shot a team best 83 in the third round. We move to day 4 now. The sun's shining early in Central Florida. 13-time defending champion Methodist owns a 12-stroke lead over Gustavus Adolphus heading into the final round. Cardinals sitting 18th. On the par 4 13th hole, NCC freshman Elena Dufour hiding down the hill. After this approach shot, everyone knows where she's at. She'd 2-putt for par, all a part of a 4-over first 9 for Dufour. Fellow freshman Mary-Kate Rohn lying in the weeds on the par 5 first hole. She finds the front of the green with this approach, her 269, the third best score for North Central. To the string of 5 straight par 4s on the front, sophomore Marissa Maiko taking a nice divot flying into the 6th green. She has a nice landing area to go along with it. But like much of her teammates throughout the tournament, Maiko struggling with the putter. Cardinals finish the tournament in 18th place. Methodist takes home the trophy for the 14th straight season. Mallory, you guys seem to be struggling a little bit with the putter down there. Did nerves kind of play a role in that a little bit?
Definitely. I mean, the first tee, I was nervous, and even more on the putting green, the nerves definitely set in.
And another big obstacle, you look at this course, I mean, it was a darn tough course. You look at the greens were really hard, really fast. It seemed like a lot of narrow landing areas. Where did this one kind of measure up according to some of the courses you guys have played this year?
Me personally, it's been one of the hardest courses I think I've ever played before in my life. I don't know if the others feel the same way, but like you said, it was definitely tight. But yeah, one of the most hardest courses I've ever played before.
And Mary Kate, you guys were kind of dealing with some pretty hot weather in the 90s really throughout most of the week. I know some of your teammates struggled with the heat. How much of an adjustment was that going down from, 40s, 50s here in Illinois when you get down there, it's sunny, hot, humid, and 90?
Well, I know for me at least, it was all about staying hydrated. And usually when I play, the girls will tell you I only drink maybe 1 bottle of water and don't eat very much either. So it was all about trying to stay focused and stay healthy out there. And that's, I think, was the biggest thing, was just staying hydrated and staying focused.
And you talk about, staying focused. As you look at your guys' team scores, they go down each day. Mm-hmm. Was that just maybe having some better focus, maybe being able to relax as the week kind of went on?
I think, yes, it was more focus. And the nerves kind of went down as we saw the course a couple times. And being able to see it multiple times in a row, we knew what we were getting into. And so you knew how to prepare yourself and what shots to hit and how to stay focused.
And Alyssa, as the lone senior on this team, I know walking off that 9th green, you looked pretty emotional. Just tell me kind of what was going through your head when, you finished that 72nd hole in the tournament and your last hole as a Cardinal.
Well, first my dad came up to me, and it was just like everything he said to me, and just him being there through all 4 years and everything. He's been a big part of everything with golf for me, and so that's what first got me real emotional. I didn't really realize until he came up to me, and then I saw Mal over there, and then everyone came up to me and just gave me a hug. And so it's weird to just be done with everything and not be competing in college anymore. So it's just very different.
And one of those things that maybe you weren't really thinking about until the moment kind of came up and hit you in the face a little bit? Exactly,
yeah. I didn't even realize it when I finished the last hole.
For sure. Well, you've had a great career here. Conference champion, first-team All-American. The list goes on and on for Alyssa Gaudio. We take a look back on this Cardinal career in this week's What's the Word?
She's meant a lot to us. I mean, she's the heart of our team. She's brought it for 4 years now, and she is our team. She's the one who's been supporting us through the way, telling us what to do. And you know what? We've learned from her. She's a great role model, and she's had a big influence on all of us, and we will truly miss her.
She's number one. I mean, if you go all the way back to the inception of the program, there's been no other golfer in the school history, women's golf that is, has been able to take a program, not only turn it around, but also put it in the right direction.
She had that experience coming by herself, and I know one of her goals when I talked to her was that she wanted her team to be here and to experience it. So I'm very, very happy for her, and I'm happy for her teammates to make it down here.
She's just been our role model to keep going, keep going. And as freshmen, we've seen what she's done, and we say to ourselves, wow, we really want to be like that.
A lot really will depend on, who steps up, because they're going to lose a great leader in Alyssa Gaudio.
Mallory, you two are a year apart, and I know you guys seem to be pretty friendly out on the course whenever we've had you two in here. What's it been like playing golf with Alyssa the last couple of years?
It's been everything great. Any synonym to be with great. I'm going to definitely miss her, and she's been a good leader with this team the past 3 years, and I have nothing bad to say about playing with Alyssa. Everything is great. We'll definitely miss her, and everyone has some big shoes to fill for her next year.
And you talk about being a leader in a sport like golf where it's really kind of individual at the heart, but at the same time, obviously the top 4 scores lead up to a team score. What are some things that a leader can do to kind of be a good leader that you've seen from Alyssa?
Confidence, being humble and modest. I've never met anyone else that's more humble and modest than Alyssa, and I hope that filters down through the rest of our team. Staying in the moment too. If I see Alyssa play, she's always in the moment. I never see her get upset or anything, and I feel like that plays a big part in her success as a golfer.
And Mary Kate, talking to Elena at the tournament, she had said that, coming in as a freshman, having a leader like Alyssa to look to was huge. Is that, you feel the same way?
Yes, she's my biggest motivation on the team because coming from my high school team, none of us really had the same connections. And I know as I was a captain, I tried to keep the team together, and it's hard, and I feel like Alyssa is one of the biggest reasons why we did go to nationals and why we are such a great team.
And how much, you look at some of the numbers that you guys put up. I know you guys aren't very happy with them down in Florida. How much more does that make you want to go back, though?
I know this was the biggest motivator ever for me to just want to keep shooting low and keep working on my game. So.
And Alyssa, as we look back to this team, you're the only senior that's going to be leaving in the top 5. As you look at some of these other golfers that are going to be kind of emerging, who do you see coming up, and what are some things that these young ladies need to improve on going into the off season?
Well, I know we have a solid foundation to start, and then we have a few girls coming in next year that have a really strong skills and whatnot to add to the team. So I feel like with all that, and if they just keep up with tournaments in the summer just to get the competitiveness, so I feel like they'll be great coming into the fall season. So
maybe seeing this team back at the national tournament next year?
I would hope so. I mean, I think they definitely have the potential to do it, and so they just need to motivate themselves now and get there.
Mallory, you're going to be that lone senior next year in the top 5. I know maybe, is there a little bit of pressure going in there that you're kind of feeling, or maybe is that something that you think you'll go into it pretty well?
I think I'll go into it pretty well, seeing Alyssa did it the same way. I'm excited about it, and I'm also excited that Alyssa will be there, so I won't feel totally alone without her, but I'm definitely excited.
Is it a thing at all where when you are that number 1, do you feel like your approach is going to have to change at all on, you know, when you get up to that first tee, when you're finishing up on 18, or is it one of those things where you just have to try to keep your approach the same?
I would say no. Number is whatever. Even if you're 1, 4, 6, the same way you step up the tee, you have to be the same person, whatever position you're playing, and you have to finish the same. So I don't see it as being the number 1 next year. I just continue to play as how I've been playing.
And as you look at some of these younger teammates you have coming in next year, what are a couple of things you're hoping some people are working on in the offseason so that you guys can put up some of those lower team scores and maybe break a couple team records like you did this last fall, this coming fall?
Having good consistency and staying in the moment, I think that will definitely help us get our lower scores and win some tournaments in the fall.
All right, well, we'll definitely be looking forward to it. We've still got more to play on the back 9. More Cardinal Report just after this.